would like to walk me through that? Daniel, why don't you walk me through it?
8 plus 7 is 15.
8 plus 7 equals 15. So do I do this? Oh, not that page.
You put a 5 there, then you put the 1 on top of the 4.
What do I call it? Do you remember, Daniel, what that's called? Why do I put that there? Because I'm doing what with it?
I think it's
It's regrouping, exactly. Okay, Daniel, go ahead and take us through the rest of the process.
4 plus 1, 2 is 7.
4 plus 1 plus 2 is 7. And then?
And 3 is 3.
Okay, 3 plus nothing is 3. Okay, so just going back, reminding regrouping, how regrouping works. Today we're going to be regrouping when we add. We're going to be using larger numbers though, a lot bigger. So you should be open to 1-6. Alaska is the largest state in the United States by area. Its land area is, I want you guys to read this number with me. Ready? 570,374. Let's not say the word comma though, okay? It has that many square miles, and its water surface area is, with me?
86,051.
Very good, square miles. Find the total area of Alaska. The first thing we need to do is underline what is it asking us to do. Okay, Joaquin, what is it asking us? Very good. Do you notice that it's not a question? It doesn't say what is the total area of Alaska. So you're not just looking for question marks. Make sure you're looking for what is it asking me to do. Now the next part is circle the information you'll use from here. Should I just go circle my numbers? No, I need to make sure, because remember last time there was numbers that we didn't need. So see if you can find the information that you're going to need to solve that problem. Go ahead and circle it. There you go. So she circled the 2 amounts of square miles. It's telling us, the book tells us that we need to add these. What tells me in the question that I need to add these? There's a word in there that gives me a clue that I'm going to be adding these. Sadie? The total. This word right here is giving me the clue that I'm going to need to add these two. All right, so first we're going to add the ones. So adding the ones. 4 plus 1 is?
5.
So we have 5 ones. And we're going to add the tens. The tens we have 7 plus 5. What is 7 plus 5? 12. 2, 4, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so those are the right amount. Am I representing the 7 plus 5? Am I representing that correctly there?
Yes.
So when I add those, I get
12.
12? I want you to talk to your group. What mistake am I making right now? What did I do wrong, Ian?
You're in the 10th place right now, and instead of using this,
Okay, so I'm in the tens place. I'm adding 7 tens and 5 tens. And instead of adding 7 tens and 5 tens, I did 7 ones and 5 ones. And I think that sometimes we forget when we're adding numbers that what numbers we're actually adding. We're not adding ones this time. We're adding tens. So I'm going to take those out. Instead, I should be putting 7, 2, 4, 6, 7, and then 5 more of these. And now how many tens do I have? I have 12 tens. I don't have 12 ones. I have 12 tens. When I regroup these, what am I going to regroup them to? I want you to talk just to your partner. How am I going to regroup this? What should it look like? Talking. Okay, Bella, what did you regroup it as? 1 flat, right?
1 flat
And 2 tens or longs. Okay, so this is what it should look like when it's regrouped. So when I go write it in here, I'm only going to have 2 tens. That's why I only put a 2 down there, because I only have 2 tens now. And I'm regrouping that 100, so now I have that additional 100 flat right there. Okay? The next one, it says to add the hundreds. So now I have my 3 hundreds plus another 100 is how many hundreds? 4 hundreds. Very good. Okay. And then I'm going to add the thousands. 6 thousands plus 0 thousands is 6 thousands. Now I'm going to regroup. What place value is this one right here? 10 thousands. Very good. So I'm going to add 7 10,000s plus 8 10,000s. Do I have base 10 blocks that help me with that?
No.
Yes, no, we can pretend that these are 10,000 sticks. Remember we did that before?
Yeah.
Pretended we were giants and these were 10,000 sticks. We could pretend that way, or we can just in our mind think about if I'm adding 8 10,000s and 7 10,000s, how many total 10,000s do I get? Go ahead. Okay, what number am I going to put in the 10,000 place? What digit am I going to put in the 10,000 place, class? 5. And what am I going to do with the 1? Regroup it. We can just, there you go, regroup it. All right, add the 100,000s is the last thing. So we have the 5 plus the 1 that we regrouped, which makes how many 100,000s, class? 5 plus 1? 600,000. So the total area of Alaska is this number here, which I would like you guys to read with me. Ready? 656,425. Very good. On these problems, we're going to be estimating, which goes back to rounding. You guys remember rounding last week?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to be doing some rounding here. Juneau has an area of
2,717.
That's much better. Valdez has an area of 222 square miles. What is their combined area? In this example, we are going to estimate first, and then we're going to add it and see. But right now, we're going to estimate. So we're going to round this first number to the nearest 1,000. Hey. If I'm going to round to the nearest 1,000 here, which digit am I going to look at to make my decision? Raise your hand if you can tell me. Which digit am I going to look at to make my decision? What do you think, Melvin? Which one of these am I going to look at?
700.
The 7? And I love how you said the 700s because that was going to be my second question. Which 7? You told me. The 700s. So the 700 is going to tell me, do I round up or do I stay, class?
Round up.
Round up. So we rounded up to 3,000. In this case, I'm going to round to the nearest 100. Which digit am I going to look at to make my decision? Mike? The tens place, right? So it's the tens place, it's the 2 in the tens place, and the 2 tells us to stay or go up?
Stay.
Stay. So, do I do this? Does that look right?
No.
Who can tell me what's wrong with that? Marley?
It's supposed to be 200, not 2,000.
Very good. Make sure you line it up. It even gives you the grid to do so. Okay, so 200. When I add these, this is what I get. Now we're actually going to go ahead and find the sum. We have 2,717. What is the number I'm supposed to be adding, class?
222.
222. 7 plus 2 is?
9.
I want everybody. 1 plus 2?
3.
7 plus 2?
9.
And 2 plus nothing?
2.
2. Okay. So the combined area of Juneau and Valdez is 2,939. Go ahead and write those. Is this sum reasonable? What it's asking you, look at me for just a second so you know what I'm asking. It's saying, here's the sum, here was our estimate. Is that reasonable? Do you think that I probably got the right answer or the wrong answer? I probably got the right answer. Why? How do you know that that's a reasonable answer? Let me give you something to think about because I see some of you looking at me blankly. Let me give you an example of why this is important even to do. If I took that 222 and I accidentally put it like this, right? And then I added, accidents happen, and this is the number that I came up as my sum. Would this be a reasonable answer knowing that this is the estimate?
No.
No, this is extremely higher than this number. So this would not be a reasonable answer because it is 4,000, it's almost 5,000, and this is saying my estimate's 3,000. So looking at this, I would say I did something wrong. Either my estimate's wrong or my actual's wrong. So I'm going to go back and check them both. Okay, so now I've done this right. Let's say I've gone back and checked it, and I say, okay, 9, 3, I think I did this part wrong, so I'm going to double check it. And now I have, this is my answer, and this was my estimate. Am I closer? Is this reasonable?
Yes.
Explain why. Okay, so back to this. The 7 is what we're rounding to. We need to look at the 2 to make the decision, and we've decided that we're going to round it to 70,000. What about this one? We're going to round it to the nearest 10,000. We look at the 8 to make our decision, and the 8 tells us go up or stay. Up to what number? 2, which is,
20,000.
and now I add those, and I get 90,000. So up here in my estimate, I'm going to put 90,000. What's the second part? Yeah, go ahead and find the sum. So then I'm going to add 1 plus 3 is 4, 6 plus 3 is 9, 9 plus 5 is 14. I'm going to regroup. 8 plus 2 plus 1 is, feel free if I make a mistake to let me know because it happens. 7 plus 1 is 9. So my actual, which I'm going to circle because I want my teacher to see that that's my number there and it's not mixed with that number. So my actual is 91,494 and my estimate was 90,000. Is this reasonable?
Yes.
Sure is. It's pretty darn close. So I probably did okay and I probably did it right.